In 2011, Netflix made a near-fatal strategic blunder. They attempted to split their successful DVD by mail and growing streaming services into two separate entities, branding the DVD side as Quickster. The market reaction was immediate and harsh. Netflix lost 800,000 subscribers, and the stock price plummeted, wiping out billions in market value. This crisis served as a permanent lesson for leadership. Brand loyalty is fragile, and customers prioritize value and simplicity over corporate restructuring. In its early years, Netflix operated as a digital rental store, relying heavily on licensing content from major studios. This model was a ticking time bomb. Netflix was dependent on these studios to populate its library. Netflix executives realized that eventually these studios would launch their own streaming services, cutting off Netflix's supply. Without a library of its own, the service would be left empty. It was a clear choice: pivot to original content or face extinction. In 2013, Netflix faced a crucial turning point. They realized relying on licensing content from studios was a dead end. They decided to gamble by becoming creators themselves, moving from a distributor to a production powerhouse. The first major bet was House of Cards. By funding the series entirely, Netflix took on the financial risk but gained full control over the asset. This move was unprecedented for a streaming service. Netflix also shattered the traditional television model. Instead of releasing episodes weekly, they dropped entire seasons at once. This all-at-once strategy fueled the rise of binge-watching, forever changing how audiences consume stories. Traditional studios often rely on intuition to greenlight projects. Netflix, however, utilizes massive data sets to remove guesswork from the production process. Netflix tracks millions of viewer data points, such as viewing history and completion rates. These data points flow into an engine that identifies trends with high statistical probability. By predicting what viewers want before a show is even filmed, Netflix increases the probability of a series becoming a global hit, fundamentally shifting the risk profile of content creation. Traditionally, entertainment was siloed by geography. A show popular in one country rarely crossed borders, creating disconnected national markets. Netflix transformed this by producing local content that resonated globally. The success of Squid Game proved that a Korean production could captivate the entire world, turning diverse nations into a single, massive audience. By bypassing traditional international licensing, Netflix unified the global viewing experience. Today, creators can achieve immediate worldwide reach, fundamentally changing how media is produced and consumed. By 2023, Netflix identified that over 100 million households were accessing the service without paying. These so-called borrowers relied on the password-sharing habits of primary subscribers. Netflix implemented a strategy to remove this friction. Instead of banning users, they provided a path to become paying members. This converted millions of free users into legitimate revenue-generating subscribers. The result was a surge in unique subscriber growth. This demonstrated that the service had become an essential digital utility, as viewers were willing to pay to maintain access. In late 2022, Netflix executed a major strategic shift by introducing an ad-supported subscription tier. This allowed the company to tap into television advertising revenue while lowering the entry price for consumers. This move proved successful almost immediately. Today, over 60% of new signups globally opt for the ad-supported plan, transforming Netflix into a self-sustaining cash flow machine. By diversifying revenue between subscription fees and high-margin advertising, Netflix has solidified its financial health, allowing for sustained investment in content and future technology. As of mid-2026, Netflix has reached a monumental status, boasting over 315 million paid memberships worldwide and a staggering market capitalization of $275 billion. Netflix is now moving beyond subscription-only content, aggressively integrating live sports and utilizing generative AI to reduce production overhead, effectively future-proofing the platform. Ultimately, Netflix's success stems from a culture of continuous disruption. By daring to cannibalize its own business models, the company remains the primary architect of the global streaming era.